To bring the knee shape, before I'm saying previously, what we did is with the less number of edge loops only we tried to bring the knee shape. But this time we have to go for, that is, we are changing, not changing, we are going to the next step of increasing the edge loops for the model. So there what we have to do is little, wherever the edges are crowded, there we are giving more gaps, and like that equal gaps we are trying to give. So, and adding more edge loops, like that we did. So here also we did the same thing. That is, in the hip portion we added more points and gave equal spaces. And we, in the process we had to organize the mesh flow. See how it is coming, like this, like this. It is not uh, the, more or less it is having equal spaces. Right. So the next thing what we should do is, for the hands we have to increase. You can see it is very less. Going to the top, see, on the top also we can see clearly that it's not having adequate number of edge loops, and this breast, if you see, actually it will come, it will even more saggy, actually it will come. But here if I do no, it won't be nice with the, with this limited amount of vertices. If I do, it won't be nice. So what our plan is, like, we have to uh, go for the sculpting mode. We will increase some more, like using the multi-res, we'll do the sculpting and then bring that sagginess out, so little more we have to increase these shapes, sorry, little more details we have to add to this shape what we are doing, that is before multi-res and sculpting, so for the hand, for the this portion, that is this I have drawn, this abdomen portion and side hip portion, on that we have to add. Uh, that is, we have to do some small shapes changes, and here if it is needed, we have to add, and here and all we have to organize. You see, it should come nicely. It should, that gradual, uh, the traveling should be there, the edge flow. It is like going like this. Here it is straight, and here sudden turn is taking. So those things are not going to correct. And let's go to the top view. Now we can see that, okay, here this you have to fill them and laser mesh point. So when actually when you are doing or I am doing, it will get finished fastly. But in the session or when you are showing with, for someone, we have to take time and do that. That is, uh, we have to tell them the theory side also we have to explain more. So that's why it is actually taking time. I told you know that is for teaching character model. We cannot say how much sessions it could take actually. It will take a long time. So that's what is happening. Doesn't matter. So uh, so now let's come from the, here thighs and all. I feel okay only. Maybe after multi-resolution we can have more something here. But for now it's okay. Here actually we can add, see how there is this one and this one. Like this we can have more actually here. And so here we can actually add. So let's come from the foot is perfectly nice. We don't have to do anything. Like maybe after multi-res we can do small changes, but actually saying it is okay for the vertices. It is the available vertices, is it is good actually. So maybe here it is too pointy. That is the only thing I'm seeing. Maybe we can correct it. But in sculpting, we can do it perfectly. But still, we can do that. So from the feet, we can start improvising. Let's switch to uh, vertex mode, and then so I am mostly using this slide. That is press G in the keyboard twice, immediately. What happens is this sliding tool will be, it will, there is a shortcut for sliding tool, but sometimes we cannot use always this sliding tool. We have to manually bring, just by there is manually bring this vertex to where we want, just by pressing once, only once the G, and just normally move it. Just gently we move the vertex, so that kind of transformation we have to do. Initially, I want you to take time, Shashi, because that is for modeling. You don't have to hurry burry for putting in any blog or anything. No? I would suggest first learn, then go for publishing. Because once you publish, no, you will that becomes, it is like the company policy. No, generally for corporate companies, how they do is, how they work is like 5% production and 95% marketing. So this is what they for those companies. No, it's not that good. Not all companies are doing. There is like Tata. They don't do that. They focus more on production, as well as the marketing is a byproduct. There is next stage, but many companies do this kind of thing. Marketing, they keep like 95%. Most of the budget will go for marketing. So, like in our case, we need not spend more time on like publishing products rather than learning much. Then you it will happen that publishing, you will have to publish your models. So it's in the form of, you'll be selling your models like that. So digital assets you can go for rather than blog. Blog is like a byproduct. That is, in the process, it's also there. Because to market your models, digital assets, blog is in a way useful. So for and YouTube video also. So that way you can use, I feel, personally I feel. So uh, so now you take time in learning. It is really be interesting, and you are safe also. You are working in a company, so you don't have to hurry burry. I feel you can actually aram se you can learn, and then you have more time for learning. Only if you are dependent on this income, you have to make some income out of this means, then you have to do publishing, and then you have to focus. Otherwise, uh, you can keep learning, and in the long run, it will give you benefits all that you want out of what the effort, whatever assets you are developing. So, like that, I would suggest. So here, this pointiness is slowly disappearing. Little more we can actually for ladies, no, it will be little pointy only. It won't be like how for a man, too much broad. And so the leg part, as lower it goes for them, as smaller it becomes. Like take their fingers, ladies, take their feet, fingers, all that one becomes, it shrinks actually. For them, this hip part and breast part is very important. So that from that logic, if you see, we can we have to keep the this part, in English word to call it. So this back side of the feet, I can say. So this back side of the feet, let it be like this one. Slightly I'm increasing carefully also. Hello? Oh, okay. I was. Ah, okay. Okay, now only now I'm seeing. Okay, right, right. Okay, anyway, it is recorded only. In record, it is all about. Okay, I didn't see that. Okay, okay, I should see the. My half an hour video is taking. Ah, yeah, yeah. It is taking for you 1 hour to watch, or at the same watch and do. It's good actually. It's good actually, because no, generally when some students know, when they learn, no, they will have to rewind again. Even some portions actually, like some 5 minutes or 10 minutes in the video, they'll have to again rewind and see and do. If it is half an hour video is taking 1 hour only, means it is good actually. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, okay. Once again, I'll just switch on the light. Alright, so legs are okay. Now else the lower part of the leg is okay. Okay, fine. Now let's go. Let's add um, the edge loops. I'm switching to edge mode, and then add edge loops for to fill the in betweens in betweens in the lower leg part. Okay, so let me add points. It need not match this cell leg. It need not be the same size as this one. More or less it can be. Right? So that's what we are doing at. In some places it can differ. Let's let's give the freedom to differ. Right? So like this, if it is, it'll be nice for when we um, give multi-resolution or sculpting mode. If it is equal as much as possible, then it will be easy for the sculpting purpose. For the thighs, I don't want to do immediately decide and okay, here also let me add like this. I don't want to do that actually because here it's and okay for the amount of vertices I have spent here for the thighs. I am satisfied with the shape actually. So I feel why do I need to again add just because here I have added? Why should I add? This rule is very important in animation modeling that unless we know it is really needed, then we should not add edge loops. And again, same way, unless we know what shape uh, there in some area should happen, we should not touch it. If we are not knowing in this area the shape, this is how the shape, if we are not clear about that idea about the shape, let's not touch it. Whichever areas you know in the body, in the model, character model, those areas you touch it. Whichever areas you know, okay, here I want to bring this shape, here I want to bring this shape. Those areas you first finish. Then you yourself will intuitively you will feel okay, here I can, this area will look like this. So like that we should approach. Right? So in that aspect, I don't want to add more points in the thighs, but I felt strongly that in this part I should add. So I added it. Right. And also once we add, we have to straight. That is really like bit straight actually. So we have to slightly press yes and scale uniformly, slightly, not much slightly. So now you can see it is straight actually. See, it was now it is straight like this from here it is straight, but we have to little slightly bring this up actually. So let's do it. I'm pressing yes and then scaling uh, what, uniform. Yeah? Slightly, very slightly. I'm scaling this one also. So whichever new one I added, those edge loops and slightly scale. I think okay, that's right. abdomen, it is important part for women, breast and abdomen. That is including the side profile of this area is always important. This area is always right. So as we discussed, let me delete these things also. So last time, as we discussed, this um, abdomen area should come like this mostly. Right? So and here it should come like this. Right? So so let's do that. Right? Switch on the. Actually, we can now start using the sculpting, but still, I just want to use the vertices, natural movement. There is uh, the basic level of movement I want to do, like transformation and all that. So immediately, I don't want to get into the sculpting. Actually, I can do sculpting now because we have added and brought some equal number of spaces. So still, let's wait for. So I'm using this proportional editing. Okay, little bump we have brought it. So little more with everything. So let's see how it looks. Okay, fine. Let's go to side view. Now this in the side view we have got some more. Okay, fine. Let's in the front view also. Okay. Good. But here we need some tapering. That is, uh, there is shrinking. So how to achieve it? I'm going to do a small testing or trial. So let's see if it's going to work. I'm going to scale this with the support of proportionality. One proportionality is on. I'm going to scale it in y. That is, shrink it like this. Yeah? So this is what we are doing. Press yes. Take your cursor a little bit far from the model. Press yes. Then y. Scale it here. Okay. So now you can see this tapering should happen. See, here this part will be bulgy. This part, that is this part will bound to be bulgy. Why? I'll tell you. See this part, this part is the rib cage part. Okay, so here it will be bulgy now. Only this portion will become shrink. So this portion is bound to become bulgy. Why? Because here many organs are there. So though they are not bones, they are muscular organs. Like like many things are there. Small intestine, large intestine, all these things are there. So only here, no, we can see this kind of shrinking that is, or even for us, it is those for those who are not drinking, this drinking alcohol, drinking habit is not there. For them, you can see it is this part would be should be will be shrinking. So later for them also it is shrinking. So that shrinking we have done here, and here you see some shape we have to little more build actually. So for that one, till we have to compromise with the edge flow and bring these guys little like this. And when you do by yourself, you know that these are bit initiative. Why we are doing this? Certain things we have to adjust. We cannot just follow the rules and let's. We cannot only go by those things. Till see here you can see the gap is more, the cell size is more, cell size is less. Here more. It will have to be like that because we have to consider the shape also. So we cannot just always think about the flow and sacrifice the shapes. So now I want to form a slightly like this area. I want to bring it like this. In the photos we can see that that is how you know, like this area like this area like this. So this shape I want to bring. So this how to bring it later. We have to first subtract them, and then we have to again like change it, change the same things for the shape to adapt the shape. So like this I have selected. Let's see how it's within this space we have to select the face. This area, this place, we have to select the faces. How switch to face mode. Like that we can use, I feel always comfortable with this circular kind of section. So let's select within. Now I'm going to, I think its proportion editing is switched on. So press G and then, okay, little we can reduce it. The switch is not high. So, and also here you can go inside a bit. Okay, so now let's use, we have for this shape one, we have used the our best of these vertices. Huh? Let's use the sculpting. Let's now go for the sculpting. But before that, let's save the file incremental. Control Alt and then S. Go for sculpt mode. Right. As usual, I always like this grab tool. For the head one, we used this grab tools, GRAB. Sculpting is purely when you have the mind shape in the mind. It is like really, it works really nice. Very helpful too. But one thing is, don't worry about the risk. Oh, it will come all right or no. That fear will not be there. Anyway, you are saving yourself. Just do some experiment like this and that work. So we are basically working on the abdomen. Right. So we have got somewhat this shrinking here and this abdomen slightly like it is slight bulges there. abdomen, this enable point, this region we have to add. So let's see where we can do it. It is uh, just below this tapering portion. You can say I'm actually seeing the photo and I'm telling you. So below this tapering portion, we can see it. I marked and shown. So if this is where the tapering happens, T for tapering. Um, from here, it will be like a palm distance more. A little maybe like this. So here we can actually, so you can see that from here like this. Little upper also we can do actually. Slightly upper actually. Right. Now let's go for adding it. Here we have the vertices already this region. So let's do it here. Right? Now I'm going to bevel it. I've selected the vertex and then Control B and going for the bevel settings box and switching on the vertex and increasing the segments and shape also I'm changing to circular and the width is okay. Maybe we have to see the ratio overall it looks is okay. Let's reduce the amount of vertices. Yeah. Now let's add inside the vertices. Before that we have to delete this one. Delete these things and select the faces inside. This extrude and then put it inside. Scale it down. Switch off the proportionality and then scale it down. Press G and then shrink it. Now let's see from okay, fine. More than this, we don't need. We should not. There is the body. If you see, it will have more data everywhere. But here, if we do the same thing, it won't be too much. So let's stop with this one. Maybe then we can adjust this one. Yes. Okay, not more than this. So even this looks bit not too much. Bringing out is good. Let's see this. You see, I didn't add much actually. Huh? Uh, Three less I added. I want to expand this. It should not be too crowded. The space should be little broader. There is more space should be there. Because when we add subdivision or multi-resolution, it should not become a problem. Okay? So let's add more gaps between the edges. Now, this abdomen part is finished, and butt we have to focus. This butt, if we see whether number of H loops are there or not, yeah, it is there. Yes, but if we see with this angle, very less number of vertices are there. But still, we cannot add more because if I add more here, you see it is reaching till here. So if it is really needed, we should add, otherwise we. So let's see how to manage this. Let's go to the back side of the character and let's cut this one and raise this. I want to bring these things to the point.
Somebody has come.
Uh, One second. Uh, One second, Shashi. I'll just come now. I'll be back. Yeah, I'll be back. Yeah. Hello. 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 Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So, so this is what we were looking at. So this area we have to shrink it. That is, bring it closer. But at the same time, we should be careful that we are not touching these vertices, these middle ones. Because the middlemost ones we should not. We should be very careful, even if you are going to touch it. That is to make this kind of shape or what we have made it. See this kind of shape. The inside, the middlemost one uh, should be like this. Yeah. So when you are doing this shape, make sure that you are doing any movement in the side profile of the, there is side viewport only, not in the front viewport. Moving left side to the right side in the front viewport we should not do. Only in the side viewport you can move it left side or right side in the viewport. So so the thing we should take care of. Now let me deselect this. Now this thing, okay, this thing also we have to bring it closer, slightly closer, not much, because these parts, drawing parts or say the private parts, we are not much focusing. You know. Uh, so let's not go much into that. places we have to relax. At the same time, like, bring these outside because this much debt we don't want. So let's decreasing. Yeah, until we have reduced it. Rest of the things, no, we should do in the sculpting. That is, we are in sculpt mode only, but still we were manually moving the vertices further. Now let's go to sculpt smooth and then release. So here I want to use the grab, that is grab tool, and do it like this. Very carefully we should do it because this grab tool or this cut tool will move including the middlemost vertex. So we should be very careful and they should not, even these vertices, this one and the opposite one of what I am showing, this point here, this is opposite one. That is I'm showing here. This one and this one. This is a mirror M, M for mirror. So this is original. uh, So O for original, M for mirror. uh, This one and this mirrored one should not meet. They should not meet. They should not become one. Like this, they should not converge. So that we should be very careful. Otherwise, you can just, yeah, yeah. So otherwise it's not a problem. So by doing sculpting and grabbing, no, better save the file and then do it. Otherwise, see, if I just merge it, no, that's all. See, I cannot get it. See, it has become one vertex. So to avoid that, save it and carefully. Go back to the sculpt mode and solid mode and slowly, very carefully do it. Carefully. Too much of converging in 3D mesh, no, is not needed actually. That is micro spacing we need not do. As much as possible, it can be like, okay, it should look like. See, this is the camera angle we'll be using, not this angle. So uh, maximum this angle we can see. So to this angle we should satisfy the viewers, not to this. So maybe little more we can move it and see, but go back, go to edge mode and just check, and then again come back and because that convergence or how to call it, that merging should not happen. So we should be careful. Otherwise, okay. Right. So here also, sorry, here also we should let it converge. So we have less space, less number of vertices here. Uh, so which new? Okay. So backside is okay. Now let's see the side view also. Here we have a little like straight line like the like this. Here it's okay. Here also we have to kind this edge and this guy we have to cut. That flow we should take care. It should have that curvature. That is why we are adding so many vertices so that let's take care of it. It's a very simple thing actually. It's not some shape we are trying to make just to maintain the curvature in the. It's all we are doing. Right. So this abdomen part is okay. This shrinking part is also, you can see the shining here. So means that shrinking we actually brought here. Now let's go for the this one. Okay? This we are going to again do small experiment like using the sculpting in the lower uh, vertices. That is when the amount of vertices are lower. Okay? Let's go to sculpting, but before that, let me do incremental setting. See, if I do from the distance like this or like this, it's not the proper way actually. If I want a particular place to be changed, I should zoom there and see in many angles and which one to pick. Though it is a sculpting and that the brush which will deal with many vertices as a bunch and try to bring some shape. But still, I will choose the area. Those vertices only it should affect. Like that, I'll try my best for the brush to affect only those areas. So that we should take. So what I'm doing is this area I want this sagginess a bit in the that is before adding the multi-res itself. So what I'm trying is I'm zooming and then try to bring this because number of vertices are less. It is this kind of issue it is showing. It is telling us no vertices are very less then for the sculpting to happen. But still we will try our best. Okay, so little we have brought, yeah, slightly. This much is, maybe here, we can, yeah, right. So some market later has become slightly circular. It was not, it was bit conical. Now it has become slightly circular. And here we have to manipulate a little. Okay, fine. So legs are okay, lower leg is okay, thighs are okay, butt is okay, side of the abdomen is okay, front is okay, this front side of the abdomen is okay. Breast, yes, we have to work, but still, whatever the vertices are there for that, this breast is okay. Now, let's go for the hand. Before that, uh, this area, let's make it equalizing this little organizer, which go this. let's add the what is this in the so which looks the hand. When we are adding the hand, we sometimes have to adjust it with this, and we have to adjust that. Here we are adding this because this area is supposed to be proper. Here more edges are there, uh, more scope for shaping. So we have to add something. But let's create this quads, this equalizing by moving them and everything. okay. Hands are also okay. Maybe hands on the top we can do something, but it's better to use the sculpting. You know? That is while doing we should exaggerate. That is like how for men it will be like that easily. Later we can make it less. That approach will be better. Instead of doing it, bringing the subtle in the beginning itself, let's make it little prominent and then make it less, so that you will know how much it can become less. Should not too subtle, so that the shape will not be seen at all, will not be recognized. So to avoid that, we should make it a little exaggerated and then make it less to towards subtlety. Okay, actually, hand is tender now. That is, it's still and sleep, not too much. We don't want to be too sleek and sleep. Still, because nowadays, girls are also doing this exercise all that. Even if the body is like not so muscular, you can see their wrist and then the forearm especially to be like nicely like the poshak is like nutritious, little muscular, not so slender and sleek like for like how for Indian girls, some girls it'll be like street and no, not for foreign girls it'll be like little muscular but with shape like that. Maybe little we can shrink the hand. Let's do that. Switch on the proportionality and then like this. not be so small. Listen. So while putting the bones, we will know like because anyway we are going to use the rectifier. But still, no, just for testing, for legs and hands, we'll be putting the bones in just to see it whether any more alignment is needed for hands, for limbs or not. Because here, this these points are there. I'll show you these points. They are also important. We should consider while modeling. There only all the modelers actually uh, they don't understand because they don't know writing. They don't do the writing, so they don't understand. This should come straight actually. The bone should come straight. It should come straight like this, like this, like this. If it is slanting, it should even then the slanting also should be straight. It is straight like this, straight. If the slanting is there, it should be straight. It should not be like zigzag, zigzag actually. So that we should take care. So that only after modeling everything, we should do that. Using the sculpting we can actually. Now if we do that, we will now in the process of building the shape actually. So we need to do that. So let's see. Looking at the mesh, mesh flow, the quads, all that I'm looking. Here I feel that the number of vertices is less. Maybe if we add, here it's becoming crowded. Okay, let's add. So these things we have to see whether it is really needed or not. Because here not much shape differences are there, and here also not much. Here also not much work is there. So we will not add actually. But one thing we can do is we can have a separate line here. We divert this track actually. This. Yeah. So this guys. So we can see this triangle is there. If it, we'll keep it for now. It's really not needed. We'll delete it. If I delete this edge, it becomes n-gon. Okay, triangle is okay. N-gons we should try to avoid. So that's where I compromised with the triangle because n-gon uh, is not good. We may not, we should not make it n-gon. Wherever it's possible, let's make it triangle. It's okay, but not n-gon. Right. So, so still work is there for the body. Moving the leg and the abdomen, the response of the abdomen, inside shrinking the bit, and then the butt actually we did this 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 edges meeting places, these private parts we brought it together uh, carefully, you know, without affecting the middlemost vertices, and also we don't want those vertices to meet completely, that is bring uh, to the converging point. We want them to have some distance, at the same time that small distance. It's not micro distance, just lesser lesser than micro distance actually. Then uh, we did this. That is here and all bump. It was too close. The ridge was there. Here we applied the smooth, and the breast actually we made it little bit circular from the conical shape, and in the hands we added edges. Then we added this navel region also. Now, actually, this thing in the sculpt, when we have more points, I want to make it a little more subtle in the butt region. It will be nice. Actually, now it is bit like little pointy, you know. So it should become little slightly flat actually, not circular, like slightly like this. So it is bit like this actually. So that circular, big circular is needed, but it should not be too big also. So we should take care of it. So only when we add multi-layers all the way, or do the sculpting and do it a little bit carefully to know how it will look when we add more verses. So, so slowly we are trying to improve this model towards the pre-stage of multi-resolution. That is, we are preparing it for multi-resolution and sculpting. So we'll see in the next session, tomorrow next session, we'll have the rest of the things to do. And like that we'll slowly move. By the time we will also reach your seed also we will reach. And so after this, no, we'll go for texturing also. That is, if you are willing to do the lecturing course also, we go for lecturing exam and wrapping, then lecturing will also start from there. So but it is a separate course actually. Separate, so many sessions are there. So right. Anyway, this will be doing this improvisation of shape uh, from the verses, manually moving the verses to sculpting. From sculpting to multi-resolution sculpting. Like that we are step by step we are actually approaching. So okay, only after that we can actually before multi-resolution sculpting, uh, we will merge the head and the body. So that means there are many things will will actually will look nice. Actually, this plays and all will look nice when we merge it. The two. We can freely work here. Actually, we can do the sculpting here. Now, if I touch more here, this edge, these places will get affected. So I should be very careful while doing these places, working on these places. So, right. Okay. So. Uh, Let's tomorrow I will inform you same way like today at 2 o'clock or something or lunchtime. I will inform you. Today tomorrow you have office. No? You have office. I think. Hello. 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 Ah, yeah, yeah. So tomorrow you have office. No? You are working. You are working. Ah, okay, okay. Ah, okay. That's not a problem. Evening only will be having classes. Like this 1.5 hour, yeah, exactly. So yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, Shashi. Thank you. So I will send you the YouTube link after uploading. Uh, yeah, good night.